Hey everybody, Scott Brower, Vexilar Clam Ice Team Pro staff member. Probably wondering what an ice fisherman's doing out walking in the woods. It's a beautiful morning out here. It's crisp. All of our lakes are skimmed over, but it's not fishable yet, so it's a great time to get out there and see what God has created for us in the great outdoors. And then also harvest some of what nature has available to us. Today I'm standing by some goldenrod for a very specific reason. I don't know if you've ever walked by a piece of goldenrod and wondered what that little ball was, but if there's not a hole in it, there's a piece of gold inside there. There's a little fly that's called a gall fly, and his whole life what he does is he spends it in and around goldenrod, and when she lays her eggs before she exhausts herself for the year, she lays a little baby inside here, and she injects it inside the stem, and then the stem continues to grow and grow and grow, and as this little baby that's inside this thing, the larva, it grows and it grows and it grows by eating and producing almost what looks like little insulation in there. So inside of each one of these little balls is an awesome little opportunity to have a small bait. Bluegill, sunfish, crappies love them. They're a little bit smaller than most of what we fish with, so you've got to be using smaller hooks on that. But the reality is they taste completely different to fish, and I find for some reason that when fish have turned off and they have gone, kind of south on us a little bit, and they don't truly, want to bite some of the other stuff, I've found that this little bait is an opportunity to get them to turn back on and bite again. So inside of each one of these, when you split it open with your knife, there's this little half shell, and there's a little larva down inside there. I'm not sure how well you can see that, so I'm going to do a small video just showing you what's inside there coming up. Here's what you want to look for. We're going to search around the outside of one of these balls. You're just going to turn it slowly like I did. If you find any holes in there, you might as well discard it. There's a beetle that'll get in and eat the bugs out of there. And all you do is you bust off a bunch of these, you put them in your pocket, or you put them in a Ziploc bag. The bugs will stay alive in there for quite a while, actually, because there's stuff to eat in there, so that's what they do. You can see that this one that I already broke open, and I'm going to bring it right up to the camera. You can see that this one has a small little insect right there. That's what I'm talking about. So some of them are very small. This one hasn't matured yet. And I broke open another one, and you can see there was actually a couple in there because this one just fell out of there. And this one is a more mature one of the same thing. So you just take your knife and you split it open. I can see where his hole is in there. It's quite deep. And he's actually right here. So what I'm going to try to do is break that open the rest of the way and show you what we're looking for to use as this bait. I try not to dig them out that way, because if you do, you wind up breaking them. They're a little brittle, but what you wind up with is this little ball. And when you roll them out, they'll flatten out a little bit. And that's the little guy. Sometimes they just will do something that no other bait will do. But again, I guess my tip of the day would be get out there, take a look at all of the beauty and the great outdoors, even when you can't be on the ice. Take advantage of these little tiny gifts that are there for us to ice fish with. And I guess I would say this: I don't always use live bait, but when I do, sometimes it's gall fly nymphs. Delicious, a little bit buttery. Stay fishy, my friends, and I'll see you out there.